We're on our way to Carisbrooke Castle when we were passing, literally, Death's doorstep. On Death's door. The previous episode saw us visit the Brading Roman Villa, and today our route takes us through Shanklin, Ventnor to our final destination of the White Mouse Inn, but not before we'd ridden the Diamond Race Circuit, also known as the Isle of Wight TT, but more of that later. Military Road marks the beginning of the Isle of Wight Road Races Circuit, which was previously known as the Diamond Races Circuit. It was going to be the first time in history that a professional road race has taken place on the Isle of Wight, on a 12.4 mile long course running through picturesque villages of Chale, Kingston, Shorewell and Brightstone. Sadly, due to political infighting, the launch has been postponed till 2023. But we thought we'd ride a part of it anyway to see what it was like. The actual route carries further on down Military Road, but we thought we'd take a more scenic detour.
Sometimes we act like a fool, not aware we're troublemakers. Sometimes we try to be cool, not being givers, only takers. Stop for some lines we wished we'd never said. Stop for a minute, stop and breathe for a minute. Don't get over your head, try to listen instead, won't you? Think for a minute, who you wanna be for a minute. Don't get over your head, you're like everyone else, aren't you? You could gain from being a bit nicer, knowing to talk and when to shut your mouth. You're so moody, always such a fighter. Try to open up your mind sometimes. You'll be just fine.
So here we are, just arrived at our final destination of, is it day 2 or day 3? Can't remember.
Day 3.
Final destination in the Isle of Wight. We're here at Claude, the White Mouse Inn. Let's go and see what the room's like. And here we have a very nice little room. Well decorated, very clean, not huge, but 2 fans, one there and one we've just commandeered from reception down here. The TV, bathroom with a small tub and shower. But okay, it's not massive, but what do you think?
It's great, it's bright enough.
Most important thing is the bed comfortable and is going to be cool enough to sleep.
It'll be cool enough to sleep, and having done an average speed of something like 14.8 miles an hour today.
How long we've been on the road today?
We've been on the road over 2.5 hours.
And done how many miles?
And done about 48 miles.
14 miles an hour
and an average speed of 14.8. So
anyway,
that says something about the traffic.
Yeah, it's pretty busy on the Isle of Wight. And here's the view from a window and the White Mouse Inn. So let's get changed, check out the beer and the food.
What would you like?
I'd like a pint of your fine ale, the mouse one.
Mouse one, yeah.
Please.
Oh dear.
And a bag of salted peanuts and a
bag of scampi fries, please. Okay, thank you.
What are you going to have?
I'm going to have a large Pinot Grigio. Yes, thank you.
What are you having?
Beef lasagna with garlic bread and salad, which looks great.
Yeah. And the old fish and chips and mushy peas. Perfect. So what was it like staying at the White Mouse Inn on the Isle of Wight?
This lovely pub is on the south coast of the island near Ventnor and overlooks the water. It's off the main military road, which is a great biking road and is surrounded by stunning countryside. Our room was number 7. It's a small room but has an ensuite with a tub, which on any other occasion we'd have been delighted with, but with temperatures up to 26 degrees, we decided to use the shower instead. There is a TV with a reasonable choice of channels including Netflix, tea and coffee making facilities and a ceiling fan, which we made very good use of. The food offered is typical pub grub with plenty of choice and it's reasonably priced, and Bri was very happy with the local ales on offer. We decided to eat inside, but the pub's garden overlooks the coast, and with the weather particularly lovely, plenty of people chose to eat outside. The service was good, with bar and restaurant staff being friendly and attentive. Breakfast was included and offered cereal and juice along with the usual hot offerings. There's plenty of parking at the pub. One car park is accessed via a very long gravel track off the main military road and is very secure. Another is shared with a fuel station next to the pub, just off the well tarmacked B3399, which is where we left our bikes. There's also a couple of spaces right outside the main entrance to the pub. We did lock the bikes as always, but felt comfortable that the car park was safe. A really nice stopover, which we'd really recommend. Last day. So we're off on our last day around the Isle of Wight today. We had come clothing prepared for blazing sunshine, and we now hear that there's going to be thunderstorms. So kind of hoping we're not going to be sitting in a cold puddle all day, but hey ho, fingers crossed. See you later.
So not only had the great weather disappeared for us, but my last day on the Isle of Wight was blighted by picking up some kind of virulent stomach virus, which necessitated easy access to toilets. So our final day's ride had to be altered accordingly. Nevertheless, we were still going to check out Carisbrooke Castle and a military museum before getting to our final destination of the Fishbourne Inn.
Writing on the wall while lying by the telephone.
Carisbrooke Castle when we were passing literally on death's doorstep. So we thought we'd just pop in on death's door. Okay, let's go and check it out.
So easy to be us. We love ourselves up from the world. We're lost.
Could be the next one.
Don't know what you really feel, but I really like this dream. Don't need to feel anything but you floating in my bloodstream. Time goes fast, but yet so slow. I leave all thoughts, yeah, I let them go. 'Cause I'm here with you, and all I need is you. It's so easy to be us. We lock ourselves up from the world. We're lost. It's so easy to be us. We lock ourselves up from the world. We're lost, lost in each other, lost in each other, lost in each other. I'm so lost in you.
Well, there we are, folks. Carisbrooke Castle, and it's so far it's dry, so let's hope it stays that way, and let's go and check out what the castle has to offer. In its time, Carisbrooke Castle has been an artillery fortress, a king's prison and a royal summer residence. There's been some kind of castle or fortress here since Roman times, but the castle in its present state was built in about 1100. But perhaps the castle is most famous for its association with Charles I. He was imprisoned at Carisbrooke in 1647 after his armies were defeated by Parliament in the Civil War. Behind the chapel, there's a formal garden designed in the Edwardian style to reflect the time when Carisbrooke was the summer home of Princess Beatrice, who was the daughter of Queen Victoria. The St Nicholas Chapel dates to the 13th century, but was completely rebuilt in 1899 to commemorate the 250th anniversary of Charles I's death. As we left Carisbrooke, there was a real sense there was rain in the air, and we felt sure that the predicted torrential downpour was just around the corner. Nevertheless, we pressed on to our final attraction of the day, which was going to be the White Military and Heritage Museum. For two reasons really. One, I just like looking at old stuff, and secondly, I knew there was bound to be a toilet there. are. We just happened upon the White Military and Heritage Museum. So we thought we'd stop in and have a look around. Since we've got time on our hands. Oh look, you can drive. There's driving experience you can do. This is the kind of car my dad used to drive us around in. Not in the police, but that exactly kind of car. Austin 10.
Take it too far now. I dwell in the sand like a fish on land. Like a fish on land. I started to get lost at the station where you left. Everything was falling off.
So here we are, folks. We've just arrived at our final destination of this tour, which is the Fishbourne Inn in Fishbourne. And frankly, we couldn't be closer to the ferry because it's literally around the corner. As you can also see, we did hit that torrential downpour and storms that were predicted. I'm now stood here soaking wet, as you can see. So we arrived early so we would avoid this torrential predicted rain. And it's now about 22 degrees and glorious. The sun's coming out. There's no rain at all. It's good to arrive dry. So let's go and check out this Fishbourne Inn. It looks pretty nice, actually. Oh, wow. What a lovely, bright, spacious, clean room. It's great, isn't it?
It is lovely, really bright.
We asked for a fan because it's been mad hot recently. But this is looking really good. So what do you think?
It's lovely, it's really nice and bright.
Yeah, I think it'd be a nice place. pending beer o'clock and food, but looking good so far. And this is what I could have had.
So, half a Guinness tonight is as much as we can muster for beer o'clock because somebody is not very well. That's the best we can do tonight. And we've got a 3.5 hour ride home tomorrow.
Cheers.
So hopefully we'll get home okay.
Apart from my stomach virus ruining our last day on the Isle of Wight, how would we rate the Fishbourne Inn?
You can actually see the White Link ferry terminal from this pretty pub, and the views across the water are lovely. Our ferry back to Portsmouth was just after 9 the following day, so the location was ideal. Our room was fine, very large with windows on 2 sides which made it very bright. The wall-mounted TV is very small but adequate, and there was coffee and tea making facilities. The ensuite was fine. It didn't have a tub, but the shower was one of those hot, powerful ones you could happily stand under for an hour. The pub menu's good, you can access it online, and although Bri was feeling a little under the weather and decided to stick to the soup, I ordered the burger, which was really tasty. The pub offered a great choice of draft beer, in fact probably the best choice of the trip. Sadly, Bri wasn't up to indulging. The service was good, everyone was friendly and helpful, and when we noticed our TV remote was faulty, it was quickly sorted when we reported it. We parked outside of the pub in an off-road area marked for residents and disabled. It was on the main road and clearly belonged to the pub, but was technically still situated in an area passed by other road users and wasn't especially secure. There was another gravel car park, but it was marked for pub users only. Another nice place to stay, and particularly good if you have an early ferry to catch. Graham and Sam, 2 of our channel followers, while we were waiting to board the ferry.
Sam, we just bumped into them on the ferry from Fishbourne to Portsmouth and riding a magnificent Tiger 850. So where have you been on this tour?
So we were based in Ryde. Yeah, we've had a good old round the whole ride up really, haven't we? A couple of times.
How long have you been in Isle of Wight?
Wednesday morning.
Yeah,
Wednesday.
Yeah, no, it's really good. We've had a lovely time.
How long have you had this 850 Sport?
So I've had it March, beginning of March. I've got it.
And you're enjoying it?
Yeah, I'm loving it. Yeah, my first touring bike up.
And it's good for tour?
Yeah, really comfy.
Great. Anyway, love to bump into you. Check out the channel next time because you'll be on it. Cool. Take care. Bye.